Okay, we are back. We're still in the same park, but of course we want to address a couple more things with you guys. And one big topic that comes to mind is going from a rental to being a homeowner, or renter to a homeowner, I should say. So once again, we have Sara from Remax All Points and Pete from Thriver Mortgages. So we're going to dive into that topic a little deeper and hear from the perspective of a real estate agent here, and also answering some questions and shedding some light with our mortgage broker. So Sara, tell me about going from a renter to being a homeowner. A lot of us are in that process in our journey, so where do we start?
For sure. I have tons of clients that are in that process, and the biggest thing that clients often ask me, even if they're before they're my clients, is do I need the 20% down? So that's the big one. I'll let Harjeet tackle that one.
The answer quickly is no, you don't need 20% down if you're buying a home to move in. You could get a home as little as 5% down depending on what the purchase price is. But if you're a first-time home buyer, typically you would say most people are trying to take advantage of the property transfer tax, or entry-level homes are about $500,000 or so depending on where you're buying. And if you're buying up to $500,000, it's only 5% down. The only time you have to put 20% down, there's only two situations: if you're buying over $1 million, or if you're buying an investment property.
That's right. So that's some really valuable information to know, because a lot of people get scared about the number that they have to put down. So if you have, 5% down, what kind of monthly payments are we going to be looking at? I think that's a topic you brought up.
That's a huge that's a big part, I should say, about when you're looking from renting to buying, is to make sure you're budgeting accordingly. And what I usually say is really have an idea of how much you can afford per month and still have a life that you enjoy. So if you enjoy that bottle of wine every week, guilty, make sure that when you buy that home that you could still have that bottle of wine. So what I usually recommend is come up with your monthly budget and for your mortgage payment. And let's say, for example, currently you're paying $2,000 a month for your rental property, and you can budget for $2,400 monthly mortgage payment. That $400 extra that's going to go towards a payment when you do buy, start putting it away now and acting like you're making those payments, because it'll get you set up for a bit of a feel of home ownership.
For sure. And I always tell my clients, even if, say, someone like Harjeet will qualify you for way more, say she'll qualify you for $700,000, but you're actually more comfortable spending that $500, that's where my job is, to keep you in that bracket. I'd rather you be comfortable and not be in a position where you have to sell immediately, because A, you're gonna hate me and you're probably gonna lose money if you have to do that, and B, you're probably not going to be calling me ever again,
or me
or her. So what our job is we're trying to really be a part of your life forever. So Harjeet for life, and Gillooly for life too, I guess.
Yeah.
So what we really want to do is make sure that we are there with you for your goals. So if your budget is that $500,000 mark, and Harjeet can also tell you about new homeowners and what kind of incentives they have as well. But if that's your budget, that's where I come in and really make sure that you stick to that. And then, if that's your first home, that's okay. And for your second home, we tackle that when it comes. So what are some of the incentives for first-time homeowners?
For first-time homeowners, if you're a first-time buyer, then you can purchase a property up to $500,000, and there's this little thing called property transfer tax, where the government says, "Hey, you owned a home, pay us some tax." If you're buying for $500,000 or less, you don't have to pay that. Or if you're buying a brand new property, newly built, up to $750,000, you also avoid that tax as well. There's also a tax credit, so whenever you go file your taxes for that last year, you let your accountant know that you purchased a property and you will get a tax credit. Again, you don't have to put the 20% down. And there is the RRSP's home buyers plan as well, where you're able to use up to $35,000 of your registered retirement savings plan, your RRSP, towards your down payment without incurring any tax on that portion. The only stipulation is you have to pay that back in 15 years. It's a lot to remember, so I don't expect you to just reach out, and I'd be happy to guide you and walk you through all of those options for you.
And we'll have a quiz for you in a week, so
yeah. Pop quiz.
You never know. Well, we hope we answered some questions for you guys, and just bring a little bit of peace of mind. We always say knowledge is power, and when you have a team of powerful women and men in your life, it's easier to make those decisions. So we appreciate you tuning in, chiming in, and if you have any questions, as per usual, either reach out to myself, Sara, or Harjeet. Awesome. Have a good rest of your day.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.